Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. This one is basically, well, as you've seen, part 1, 2025 playbook essentially. Best countries to be tax-free living, or potentially as close as you can get to it, right? Again, it's 2025, we've gone and seen lots of developments all over the world with the Portuguese old system basically gone away now. So if I was starting from zero today, sorry to interrupt here guys, however most entrepreneurs are actually overpaying in taxes and leaving their wealth exposed in just one country. That's why I've now gone and created Structure, Protect and Expand. And this is the offshore wealth method that shows you how to protect your assets, reduce taxes and unlock global opportunities. So the enrollment is actually opening soon, spots are limited, and you can join the early access waiting list through the link in the bio below. Cheers guys, hope you enjoy the video as well. Here's exactly where I would move to legally pay 0% tax. And again, I was just going to mention Portugal. Forget those old regimes like the NHR program. There's now NHR 2.0 we're going to briefly maybe touch on, but it's not like it used to be. The game has changed. And I'm going to show you the new top 5 residencies that actually work here, right? And again, if you haven't gone and met me before, this is your first time seeing me, I'm Will from Forward Point Solutions. We discuss residencies, offshore companies, offshore trusts, fintech solutions, as well as other banking solutions as well, and alternative banking solutions as well, as there is a lack of information generally online about all of this, right? So the quick global tax update is currently August 2025, is the Portuguese NHR system has gone and ended, right? So now as NHR 2.0, it's the IFICI, and this is only now for scientists, innovation, and pension, and remote workers have essentially gone and lost those tax breaks, right? So not good news over there. Additional updates in the space, we've got Dubai tightening compliance for new corporate tax 9%, VAR stricter rules for crypto, AML crackdowns on property, and still zero personal income tax. Fantastic stuff. However, it still needs to be structured correctly, set up correctly as well. Again, if you did actually go ahead and need any help with, just any questions about offshore companies, fintech, your residents, all of this, feel free to drop me an email at will.hodgson@forwardpointsolutions.com or info@forwardpointsolutions.com. I'm sure one of our team members or myself will be happy to help you, right? There's also a booking link you can book it down below. You can book me a meeting for free. We can have a nice chat. I do love speaking to entrepreneurs anyways. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for myself. And overnight, guys, back into the third and final playbook, which is the news right now. That's EU crackdown. So new AML Authority Digital Operation and Resilience. That's a new act that's actually come in. The AI Act and the CSR derivatives. There's a lot more oversight and reporting, okay? So tax arbitrage in Europe is narrowing. And again, this sets the stage for the old easy residencies are closing. You need to be much smarter, much more clever. Go through bureaucracy, right? The Portuguese one's gone and ended. So now we're going to speak about the top 5 places where I would live if I was basically starting from scratch. Where would I move to, right? I mean, number 1, no-brainer, UAE, Dubai. Okay, it's fast to set up. It's got the green visa, remote visa, golden visa, bit of property. And again, it is great for entrepreneurs. I'm not too fond of UAE banks, have a few myself, but it is a very good place to be banking. When you compare this to Western civilizations, you can love Dubai, you can dislike Dubai. It's probably the best place on earth to be living right now for your taxation, right? It's great for entrepreneurs and crypto holders around the world. We've also got Paraguay, which is a territorial tax system, cheap, low, perfect for Plan B base of a PR card that is usually valid for up to 10 years, right? Then we have Panama. Panama, something you don't really see too much about on YouTube. Beautiful place, bit of a nightmare for myself. I've never been to Panama itself, and a bit of a nightmare for that one there would be the actual flights to get there from like the UK or EU seem to be 16, 17 hours and incredibly expensive for a premium class ticket, right? So, but there's friendly nations, Visa, which is basically, real estate or bank deposit, qualified investor PR. It is the banking hub of Latin America. And again, it is a territorial tax system. So we'll maybe touch base more in detail in these shortly. But there's 2 more sums that are, you see a lot of this one on YouTube, that is Cyprus. So an EU base, there is non-dom regime, no tax on dividends or interest for 17 years, 60-day rule of actually living there, so you have to spend 60 days there. And the tax residency is very easy to obtain, similar to UAE's system they've got over there. And additionally, it is, it's not in Schengen yet. So in the future, it could be into Schengen, a little bit like Gibraltar. Thailand is LTR visa, 10 years, long-term residence visa. That stands for 17% personal income tax, or a privilege visa, which is the 5 to 20 years, and that's for lifestyle play. But there is new remittance laws coming into play in Thailand. They're just drafting them up right now. So there was obviously foreign dividends. Now we're having some new remittance laws come into play to see how you can actually remit that income and what will be the personal income tax on that income right there. Okay. So, in terms of lifestyle, you're looking at UAE number one, definitely the best for business, the best to wear in a suit. While if you just want to relax in your villa, you might potentially lean towards Thailand, right? Cyprus is a bit of a mix of this. It is European lifestyle, technically Middle Eastern, right? But still European island, I would say, And the lowest lifestyle would obviously be Paraguay, right? Ultra low cost of living, looking at under $2,000 a month for a good quality of life. As you compare this to UAE, you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 at the end of the day for an average low quality of life over in the UAE. As Panama, you'd be looking at a few thousand a month, maybe 2 to 4K, but just general cost really is in most cities, and very similar to Cyprus. Cyprus, you can get some great property rentals, but again, now you're going to be needing a car as well. So if you want to be in the main hubs where you can walk for a coffee, or you can walk to your office and actually set up a proper life there, then obviously rent prices are going to be, a little bit higher than probably expected. So who would move to each one? Crypto guys, definitely UAE. Entrepreneurs, definitely UAE. High income expats, UAE. Plan B nomads, Paraguay. That's what I would say. UAE. Yes, Cyprus is good. You don't know how long it's going to go on for. We've gone and seen Portugal do a U-turn on the NHR. Big problem over there. All these expats who moved there now, aren't looking at these 0% dividends in the future, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to waffle on anymore. So this is part one. We're going to do a 3-part series, right, of basically everything you need to know if you started from scratch, you see, or a little bit of an introduction on it, right? So part 2, we're going to be looking at exactly how you would look at your business structure. So we're going to be focusing now on living in the UAE, and take this as an example for a UAE resident, maybe a European citizen and a UAE resident, and what is structure, potentially the best structure you would have for very, high value costs, high effectivity, high banking access, lots of banking access, right? And obviously very high asset protection and privacy as well. So we're going to be looking at this in part 2, so feel free to join in that one there. It should be released 2 to 3 days after this video. And I hope you really enjoyed it. And again, if you haven't gone and dropped me a message already or subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And happy to answer any questions that you actually may have. So cheerio, guys. I'll see you in the next video.